Good evening, everyone. So it's a little nippy today, and I've got a yen for some lovely prawn pakoras or chingri machir bora, as we call it in Bengali. Rather simple affair, very quick to rustle up. Any size prawn is good. So, what I've got here is around half a kilo worth of shelled and deveined prawns. So, remove the tail, head, everything, and I've chopped it up. And then I've added like a cup worth of besan or gram flour. I've added around half a cup worth of rice flour. If you don't have rice flour handy, just take any cooking rice that you use for your daily food and just dry grind it into a fine powder. And if it doesn't get that fine, you can use a strainer or a sieve to get the firm bit, the fine bit out. And I've put a heap of chopped coriander. I've put like a couple of teaspoons of chopped ginger. There's of course salt to taste. Around half a teaspoon of baking powder so they're nice and fluffy, your pakoras. And I've also put in chopped onion and green chilies. So I'm going to add some water. So I like to use lukewarm water, but not warm water, not hot, because it will cook the prawns. And now we're going to make this into a smooth batter. However, it's got to be a slightly thick batter. So this is what the batter looks like. It's a thick batter. Otherwise, it's just going to spread into a flat prawn fritter, which you don't want. You want it to be nice and round and uneven with big bits of prawn in it. And prawn cooks really quickly, so you don't have to worry. So I've got my batter ready, and here I've got a pan, and I'm using vegetable oil. So here's the thing, you can do quite a few variations. So I've not used turmeric for this, but you can add turmeric in this. You can also add red chili flakes. You can add garlic if you want, and you can use mustard oil to fry it to give you a completely different spin on the taste. So you have your batter, you have your oil which is heating, and you have a plate with kitchen towels where you're going to drain these prawn pakoras or boras so you don't get oily ones. So let's get cooking. So the oil is nice and hot, not smoking but hot. I'm using a scoop and I'm just putting dollops of this lovely batter, just bursting with the prawns. So scoop, go here, place. And keep the heat on medium so it doesn't burn. Remember, the inside has to get cooked first. So you don't want it on a very high heat. Otherwise you're going to get raw batter and raw prawns. Not very appealing at all. So here I'm going to go ahead and keep adding dollops. Don't overcrowd the pan whenever you're frying, because it lowers the temperature, and when that happens you get an uneven color and cook on your food. So just going to keep it moving a little bit. Don't play with the food while it's cooking. Let one side get done nice and golden. Every time you flip it and reflip it, it absorbs more oil. So just let one side get done. You'll get to know, because the prawn will turn orangey pink and will get opaque, and the undersides, you'll see from the sides, it will turn slightly golden. So I'm going to bring you in for a closer look once I flip it. So these are getting nice and golden, and you should typically use fresh prawns because the frozen ones are all rubbery. However, if you don't have access to fresh prawns, you can make this with frozen prawns as well. Also, I prefer not to cut them really fine. Some people like to make them into a sort of a paste. I like to get my teeth into some bits of prawn. It's so satisfying. So here, these are frying away nicely, and it's already cooked. So now I'm going to turn the heat up slightly so that they get really nice and golden. The rice flour will make it nice and crisp. And when I am going to drain it, so you see this side is still not turned golden, so I'll flip it back. Just give it a little more time. You have to turn a lovely goldeny brown. and then you can take them off. They're already cooked. The batter is also cooked. So I'm going to bring you in for a look once I'm done with this batch. So these are beautifully done now, and I'm going to use this to get them out. So it drains off some of the oil. I really prefer not to deep fry my food. When you can do it with a little less oil, why not? So strain them out, shake it a little bit, and onto your kitchen towels. So what can you eat these with? So they're a perfect snack with your evening cocktail. It's perfect, even more perfect, with a glass of chilled beer on a Sunday afternoon. But what we Bengalis like to have this with is some dal, some rice, a little bit of pickle, and the chingri machar bora. It's quite a heavenly meal, and that's what I have planned. So I've made a bhaja muger dal, and bhaja muger dal, I'm going to put up a recipe for that soon. Bhaja muger dal, you can actually add vegetables to it. So I add peas and potatoes to the one that I make, and a nice bowl of fragrant rice, steamed rice, no pulaus and all, just too many flavors in that case. And these lovely pakoras, and I still have some of my stash of my mango pickle that I made earlier this year during the mango season, and I'm going to just put that on the side. So chef tip, when you're frying something, take them off the heat, usually a shade or two before it reaches the desired shade, because it keeps cooking, so it's going to darken as it sits on the kitchen towel. So if you wait for them to get this color, they may get a little overdone. So here you have it, a heap of these gorgeous golden crunchy and fluffy prawn pakoras or chingri machar bora. Sometimes for a variation, what I do is after I have plated this, I fry up some curry leaves till they are crisp and some whole red chilies, and I drain it and I sprinkle it on top. They're great to eat as a like crunch or a garnish, and they just look wonderful and they add a great flavor. So this is what dinner is looking like. You have some rice, you have dal, and remember, dal without that extra dollop of ghee is no dal at all. So you may put it during the tempering, but do add an extra dollop at the end and mix it in just before serving. And here you go. So this is what your next meal could be like. Don't be lazy. Go and make it.